Good day, grade 9s. I hope you're all doing well. We're going to have a look at creditors control in the general ledger today. So you were supposed to mark the remainder of activity 5, where you had to mark your creditors ledgers as well as your creditors journal and cash payments journal. We're going to look at our general ledger of President Traders today, and it's the first time we sort of look at creditors control in the general ledger. Now, if we start off in order here and we look at equipment is an asset which increases on the debit side and decreases on the credit side. So if we go up and have a look at our balances, they tell us the following balances were among those on the 1st of April for President Traders. So on the 1st of April, we need to go in and put in our balances into our ledger. We start off with, and in orange, equipment at 2,610, trading stock at 1,780, and creditors control at 840 Rand. So let's start off with equipment. On April the 1st, we have our balance brought down, and our balance there was 2,610. Now, if we go up and we have a look at our creditors journal and our cash payments journal, you'll see that we've purchased equipment with credit or on credit, as well as for cash. All right. Now, you'll see that in both the creditors journal and the cash payments journal, there's no column for equipment. So we put the transactions in individually on each day. So we start off with our credit transaction. Now, this took place on the 8th. So let me get a pen out. On the 8th of the month, from the creditors journal, we use the contra account creditors control as we've purchased this equipment on credit. The value of it was 4,800 Rand, and that is our equipment purchased for credit. We can then go in on the 10th and the 20th respectively, or actually on the date of the second transaction rather, so on the 20th, let's do them separately. From our CPJ, we've bought equipment on cash for 2,350 Rand on the 10th with our contra account bank, because money has come out of our bank account and we've actually paid cash for this. And then again on the 20th, for cash from the CPJ, we bought another 2,000 Rand worth of equipment. Alright, so there's no more lines, we can't total there. Our next account that we look at is trading stock. Now again, trading stock is an asset, increasing on the debit side, decreasing on the credit side. So what we need to do is first start off with our balance. So on April the 1st, our balance brought down was 1,780 Rand. So we can put in our balance of 1,780 Rand. Now, trading stock, ordinarily we sell trading stock, so we would have to, have cost of sales on our credit side showing those sales and our trading stock decreasing. But today we only have a creditors journal and a creditors ledger. And a cash payments journal, both of which have their own columns in the CJ and CRJ respectively. So first, if we look on the last day of April, the 30th of April, we use our contra account creditors control. From the CJ, and the total amount of stock in which we bought on credit was 14,940 Rand. Alright, we also bought trading stock for cash. Due to us purchasing it with cash, we use our contra account bank, and we get this information from the CPJ, and we purchase 7,100 Rand worth of stock for cash. Now ordinarily we'd also be selling trading stock, so we would have cost of sales from the CRJ for our cash sales, and we'd also have cost of sales from the DJ for our credit sales, all on our credit side of this account. However, there's nothing else here because they don't give us any sales figures. So all we need to do now is total up our trading stock, assuming there's no sales. So we get your calculators out. You need to have 1,780 plus 14,940 plus 7,100. And that leaves us with 26,820 Rand of stock ready to purchase. So we put in our total, and what is left is our last account, creditors control. Now creditors control is a liability which increases on the credit side and decreases on the debit side. So on April the 1st, we would need to put in our balance brought down, okay, which in this case was 840 Rand. This means that at the start of the month, we owe all of our creditors 840 Rand. Now there's two things that take place on credit. Our liabilities increase, which means we purchase more on credit, and our liability can decrease when we pay back a portion of what we owe. So let's start off with what we have purchased. In our CJ, we look at the total of our creditors control account. Now, that was 52,060. So what we need to do there is show these purchases on the last day of the month. We can't use the contra account called creditors control, but because we've purchased a number of things on credit, we use the detail sundry purchases. Okay, we get that from the CJ, your creditors journal, and this was 52,060 Rand. So all of our credit purchases. So our liability has decreased. We then also need to put in what we paid back to our creditors. So we look at the creditors control column in our CPJ. So we paid back 11,524 Rand. Okay, we get that information from the CPJ, and because we're actually paying back, money is coming out of our bank account, which means the contra account there is back. Now what we need to do is work out or balance this account. So we look at what we have on either side here. What we have is, let me get some straight lines out. Okay, we need to look at which side is bigger, and just by looking at it with the naked eye, our our credit side is larger. So what we do there is add up our balance of 840 with 52,060, which leaves us with 52,900. What we need to do to balance this account is we drag that across to our debit side, 52,900, and we subtract what we've paid back our creditors. So we subtract 11,524 Rand from that, and we are left with our balance carried down of 41,376. Now this is our balance carried down. And what we need to do then is on May the 1st, put in our balance brought down of 41,376. So at the start of May, we owe all our creditors collectively 41,376 Rand. Guys, I hope this helps. Please make sure to watch this video over and over if you are unsure, and contact your teachers if you need any assistance. Thanks guys, and see you soon.